Hey, 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 it's Chaos Queen here, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, and you are listening to Studio 2009.
It's a funny thing. I don't know what has happened. It's a mystery, folks. Dave, you got any answers? Hello? Answers to mystery, please.
Now we can get down to business.
Well, this storm hasn't found its port, right, Dave?
No.
No, it hasn't, because this year has been anything but lovely but lethal, unfortunately, and we'll be publishing or perishing, because holy crap. As it was mentioned before in earlier clips for the Star Wars stuff that Dave and I have done, folks, here at Studio 2009, 2025 has been rough. Between my medical stuff, between whatever Dave's got going on, hopefully nothing horrible. But life comes before podcasting. I've said that for years, and sometimes things get delayed and put back, but we recorded season 3 of the Columbo files months and months ago. So yeah, please enjoy that. Anything you'd like to say, sir, before we take these people on to everything they want to hear about?
This is pretty commonplace for me, the way I keep pushing and pulling and staring at things. One day the whole sky is going to light up and it's going to say tilt. And that day, sir, is the end of the world.
Let's hope not. No end of the world. Let's not. No. No world-ending calamities, please. That's the last thing we need, is world-ending calamities. What I will say, folks, is that we do have the start of a new thing after the Columbo files. Is we have, well, not the start, or is it the start? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it must be. The TV show choices. Media Mayhem will continue with TV stuff after Columbo files. But yeah, we got episode 171 to 178 coming up, and that's what's going to be coming up. So enjoy those, folks. Up next, Lovely But Lethal. And yeah, so we'll have those here in Studio 2009, and hope everyone's having a good 2025. And yeah, on with the show.
I just stopped by with some news. I thought you might be interested.
There's nothing wrong with your podcast player. Do not attempt to adjust the volume. Hello and welcome back into Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. I'm, of course, TF2 and Mike, and joining me once again in the far-flung future, as this is episode 171 of the podcast, which you'll be hearing sometime at the end of summer 2025, is that good old Detective Dave Draper. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm wishing it really was summer 2025.
Okay, yeah, we're technically recording this.
We're recording in the middle of February, and it's miserable.
It's miserable for him. I'm in paradise.
Oh, yeah, 7 degrees is great.
That's right. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the middle of January, almost the end of January 2026. TF2 and Mike from the Geekcast Radio Network. I'm interrupting myself here because I felt this was the best place. And yeah, we recorded this in February 2025. Oh my God. So these episodes, the Columbo Files, Season 3, very dated, recorded in February 2025. Supposed to have aired summer of 2025. A lot of things happened in 2025. It is now 2026. Enjoy the show, folks. Today we continue on in our journey as we put our detective hats on and jump back in time with Columbo. These are the Columbo files here inside Studio 2009, and we're starting at the beginning and going all the way in order. We're up to Season 3. Holy crap.
Well, it goes quicker now because it seems like there are a lot fewer episodes.
Yeah, what is there, 7 or 8 in this one? I forget. how many there are in season 3. And folks, I will remind everyone where I'm usually watching this is Tubi TV, so that's the online source. Dave has the complete series DVD set, which I still need to get at some point. The birthday.
It was weird because season 3 is the only one of the set that has like a little logo for the NBC mystery movie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and otherwise visually it fits in with all the NBC seasons. But it's got that, and then it's got, oh god. Like usually I give you a hard time for watching it on Tubi and being smug about having the DVDs. Season 3 also has unskippable ads for all of Universal's quality DVD offerings in the mystery genre, of which there were many.
Okay. This is your own fault. You brought this up.
This is my own. Look. I'm hitting the button constantly, and it's going, nope, you can't skip it. I'm like, I don't want Macmillan and Wife. I don't want Rockford Files. Like, why did you show Murder, She Wrote, but you don't have an ad for it? Well, just let me out. Let me watch the show.
So this is his own fault, folks. And again, as we mentioned, even though you're going to hear this in August or September of 2025, currently, as we're recording this, it is February 2025. And there are rumors and speculation and supposedly in terms of service agreements through Disney Plus and other streaming services that they are going to start putting unskippable ads in ad-free tiers. What the fuck am I paying for ad-free service if you're going to put ads in them? I don't care what I have to pay. I will pay you whatever I have to pay. That's the point of me paying. That is the point of me paying Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, whatever.
I mean, this is a whole other...
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying you brought up the unskippable ads, which led me into this. And the thing of it is if I am paying, again, using as examples, Netflix, Disney Plus, whatever, if I am paying you not to have ads, why would you then put...
Because there's not enough of you. At some point, there's not enough people, possibly in the world, but definitely in America, that like can cover the costs of these things. That's one of the things that their whole brilliant scheme was to switch everything to streaming, and it don't make no money. You have a finite pool of people that can give you money, and you get a subscription. And at some point, you raise the price till it's prohibitive, which at this point Disney Plus is for me. Like I'm Andor season 2, and I'm out. So
good.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, good.
Well, I'm just saying, like the whole thing is they had a nice model with broadcast TV and commercials, and then they had you did home video, and they've screwed all of that up.
Yeah.
With streaming.
Yeah. I don't mind paying for it. Like Disney Plus. My next Disney Plus payment comes out in April. If I can pay for something all at once, I will. If I can do annual billing, I will. Disney Plus is one of the streaming services that allows annual billing. That's one fee of I think that's going up to $160.
No. It went up.
I know. But I'm saying,
I'm telling you, in October it went up.
Right, I remember. But I'm saying I think it's going up again. That's my thing. Right now, I paid last April of 2024, I paid $140. Before that, I was paying $80 a year. I started doing
like 60 or something.
Yeah, absolutely. But for me, I don't mind paying $160 one time for 12 months of however many thousands of hours of content that service has. Disney Plus usually doesn't remove stuff. It's not Netflix, because usually most of the stuff on Disney Plus they already own. So it's fine. It's not they're like Netflix when it started, and this is a whole other off the topic blah blah thing, but it's one of those things where we're talking about whatever.
Well, that's part of it. Was also Netflix was a revenue source for everybody else.
Yes,
and now they're that's another thing they cut out because they're keeping their own stuff and not selling it to Netflix. So they've started giving back stuff back to other streaming services, not giving but selling.
Yeah.
Because what you're not arguing with me because you're saying
No.
I can watch all this stuff for one low price, and it's like, do you have any idea how much the Star Wars series alone cost?
I know.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
I know.
Which is one of the reasons I was always carping about like Kathleen Kennedy being reckless and foolish.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and then you got the Marvel series, and then it's like these things are these huge money sinks. And they would be money sinks even without the hyper expensive programming. I mean, Netflix, which is successful. I mean, the one of the reasons they cancel everything really quick is because it's money, 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 money. One of the reasons their movies are starting to look like sci-fi originals is money, money, money.
Yep.
And there's only so many people that are going to subscribe to this thing. And once you start like jacking the prices up, I mean, yeah, okay, you're willing. Like, I understand what you're saying. And in a world where I had more money, and I prefer to pay. I agree. I do prefer. I pay my insurance up at once. I pay my real estate taxes at once. I like to pay. I like to get it out of the way. I don't like to like with my monthly bills. I'm always worried that I'll forget. I'll put an envelope in the wrong place.
Yep.
Forget it and get in trouble. So I like to pay everything up front. I like to have everything settled. Yep. I get that, but it's just I don't have the money to spend for a service where I watch like one show every 6 months.
I
and most of the time I don't even like them.
Well, Acolyte was a little rough. Oh boy. All right, so season 3, episode 1. Neither of us are lovely, but we always can be lethal, and this is lovely but lethal. No weapons required.
Just science.
That's right. Science.
What time did I get you up this morning, Sergeant?
About an hour ago, Lieutenant. The kid looked through the window there and spotted the body right here, just after daylight.
What was this guy, some kind of scientist?
A chemist. He worked for Beauty Mark Cosmetics. He must have had 2 jobs because we found these smaller pay stubs in the desk there, and I also found his bank book in there, Lieutenant. And this magazine I found over there on the table.
What is that, a microscope?
Yes, sir. And Lieutenant, there's some notes the doctor made.
I haven't seen one of these things since high school.
And there's a blood stain. The doc seems to think this will match up as a murder weapon. However, I haven't found any prints.
It was hit from behind, Lieutenant, by a heavy object.
You better be careful. Feels like there's some broken glass on the floor.
Apparently, they broke a drinking glass.
Anyway, Lieutenant, it's all in here. He died from a fractured skull.
Excuse me one moment, would you, Sergeant?
Oh boy. What a way to start this one. What a way to start the season off with a cosmetics episode.
I mean, yeah, it was like, I guess for me it was more like, hey, the sister from Psycho and Vincent freaking Price.
Yeah.
Like horror movie royalty. And then this unknown obscure little actor who was the victim, a guy named
something
Estevez, I think is his name.
Yeah, Estevez, exactly.
Martin Sheen was the victim. A super young Martin Sheen.
Yeah, almost didn't recognize him. I mean, if it wasn't for his voice, I probably wouldn't have recognized him other than seeing his name in the credits.
I'm a fan of Apocalypse Now, where he, which is only like 5 or 6 years after this. So he looks kind of the same in that.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, Martin Sheen, holy boy. I mean, just a bunch of stuff. Like you said, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, West Wing, I think, is the big one for most people.
Yeah, West Wing for TV. But yeah, no, absolutely. Amazing actor. So this one is all about poisoning.
Technically, in the end, it kind of is, yeah.
Well, because the cosmetic stuff and the this and the that and...
Well, yeah, I was watching it, but maybe I missed something. Okay, so the whole thing is Vera Miles runs Beauty Mark Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Which has been a very successful cosmetics company, but it's on the downslope, and her chief inventor is kind of a drunk, but he's come up with a miracle product that will erase wrinkles, at least for a little while. Because that's the thing is they never do cures; they just do temporary fixes. But anyway, it erases wrinkles, and then it turns out it doesn't work. And then she finds out that his assistant, played by Martin Sheen, has tampered with the formula and is kind of offering it to her rival, Vincent Price.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of goes to him and basically says, "What do you want for the real formula? To give me the real formula?" Because he knows. Apparently, he invented the formula.
Yes.
The drunk guy didn't, and he's got one sample that works, and he kind of toys with her. He's kind of a dick about it. Like he's like, "I want you, and I want all this money," and then he's like, "Psych." He literally does a psych.
Yep.
And then she gets mad and clocks him with a giant 1970s, microscope, which has, for some reason on the slide, has poison ivy. And I always thought that, I always thought that she had spiked the sample.
Yes.
Just to get back at her. But how could he know that she would steal a sample?
Yep.
But I don't know why you would, and later on they established that they do use various poisons in the cosmetics industry. Although that's 1800 stuff. That's you had lead-based paint for your makeup kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't think they use poison in a lot of, I think by the 70s they didn't. Nowadays we've got Botox, so I kind of got to backtrack that.
And my first thought was arsenic and old lace.
Arsenic, that had nothing to do with makeup, but yeah.
No, but I'm saying arsenic as a poison. Arsenic, female.
The sweet old ladies were poisoning people with poisoning their tea.
Yeah.
And Boris Karloff shows up.
Yeah. And
speaking of horror royalty.
Exactly. And what's the other one? I can't remember
if he was really Boris Karloff or not. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, a long time. I think for me about this episode, what I enjoyed the most is what I usually enjoy the most about Columbo episodes is Columbo himself. I didn't care about her. I didn't care about I don't know. I like seeing a young Martin Sheen. I like seeing Vincent Price, other than him being Vincent Van Gogh in Scooby-Doo. I think that's cool. But because I've seen so many true crime stories with this exact same sort of plot about female needing to kill somebody over formula, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, this one wasn't that. I was more interested in how Columbo handled the case than the case itself.
Okay.
That's just the way I felt.
No. I guess I have not seen as many. No, I'm not even trying to be facetious. Yeah. To me, I don't remember seeing a lot of woman kills guy over formula stuff. It could just be that I haven't watched those kind of shows. I don't know. Yeah, he, and it was one of the classic where he kind of admires her, because again, the Columbo household is kind of almost like Jessica Fletcher's family, where everybody's surrounded by this vortex of murder. Because she's in all the products that is presumably his. It's weird because he doesn't really mention his wife much in this episode.
No, he doesn't.
But he's always talking about how her products are all over his house. So maybe Columbo was an early trendsetter. I don't know.
Maybe.
So
what else
Then there was a subplot with the creepy Vincent Price's creepy, weird assistant who gets murdered by She's a secondary murder because she's kind of blackmailing Vera Miles, so Vera spikes her cigarettes. That was kind of a good sequence where she's trying to get a loan to meet with the assistant, and Columbo was following her. I was like, I'll just follow you around. It's fine. I'll just follow you around. And she deliberately cuts left into the nude beach, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm.
That's why I liked Columbo so much in this, is because he's trying to do his normal police. I'm going to say shtick, folks, because it's fictional version of stuff here, but obviously detectives and police men and women do the following and all that and the tailing and everything else. But it's just he's trying to ingratiate himself upon her, but also trying to not be a nuisance to her. And close to the end of this, I was like, wait, are they in a film studio? I was like, what in the hell kind of weird?
I think they were in a studio to film like commercials and ads.
Okay, yeah, because when they drive up or they enter the building that is the, I don't want to say cult, but
the farm,
the farm,
the
thing.
very okay. Speaking as someone who's a bit on the large size, the very subtly and I don't know, sensitively named Fat Farm. Can't get over that in 2025.
No.
And again, I'm a very large person,
so am I.
My language. I'm allowed. That's my word. I'm allowed to say it.
Absolutely. And but yeah, it's this retreat kind of place, but the way that the place is set up, it to me, there's a certain. I'll have to go back to this episode, see if I can get a screenshot to put in the post.
There's a scene where she walks out into like the courtyard.
Yes,
they're doing calisthenics, but it's almost like an army camp.
Yeah, it's like an army camp, but it just the way the buildings are and the way the whole scene is presented. Before you see the people, you hear the people, but you don't see them yet. It just reminds me so much of like the Warner Brothers backlot or the Paramount backlot. It just reminded me so much of a movie studio kind of thing, even though they're not in the film business. Let's see here. I know the acting was really well done. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember as much with Columbo mentioning his wife in this one.
And which is weird because he mentions that her products are everywhere.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't really mention that his wife has the products everywhere.
Yeah. I think he more so means my wife. He doesn't say my wife, but he so means that they're all over the house. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's clearly. I mean, in the mid 1970s, that's the obvious impression you're left with. In 2025, it could mean something else.
Good.
And it's my tasteless joke about that. But just like, it's a weird thing to like say my wife is really like obsessed with your products. And he does mention the wife when they have the bit about the pencil. Because when she's talking to Martin Sheen, she's making offers. She's writing it with I actually don't have any of this stuff, like like an eyeliner pencil, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's some kind of makeup pencil. Like I don't know this stuff. And Columbo recognizes it immediately, and she kind of dodges for a second because she's like, "Well, that's a brunette pencil, and I'm a redhead." But her little famous beauty mark is penciled in.
Yep.
Because he sees her next to the corporate logo picture where she has a beauty mark. And he's like, "You don't have your beauty mark." And he's like, "Oh, I pencil it in." "Oh, what kind of pencil do you use?" The brunette one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's yep. And this one, I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea, because again, for me it's more about how he reacts to everything that's going on with the case and how he's trying to figure it out, and when he does eventually figure it out, that's the exciting part for me. The actual case itself, like I said already, it's like okay. And I don't get, like, okay, I get that she killed him because she wanted the formula, but in the long run, what's that going to get her?
I think she killed him. It was like wasn't it out of, like, it was I don't want to say a crime of passion per se, but it wasn't like because I mean, he's got the formula in his head.
Yeah.
So like killing him almost like she has one sample. And I was going to mention that at the very end, when the police are closing in, she throws the sample. Like, it's like she went through all of that and she throws the sample away for this amazing miracle product because It's her or the, what, and they still get her anyway because of the poison ivy.
Exactly. Like, it's a lose situation.
Well, that crime doesn't pay, sir.
Well, no, I know that, but like, I don't know. It seems like some sort of deal could have been made between them, or something.
Who, between her and Martin Sheen?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was sort of dependent on. I don't think he wanted. I think he wanted to screw her over. There was a little bit of dialogue about how they'd had a relationship in the past.
Yeah.
That again was another kind of 70s, changing times. She's like, I have a lot of affairs with young men. Does that upset you, Lieutenant? And he's, wow, his whole thing is you do what you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
You're not clobbering people with giant, heavy microscopes. It's fine. But yeah, it was clear. I don't think they could have. What I'm saying is, I don't think they ever could have had a deal. Like his demands were like outrageous to begin with.
Yeah. And
then at the very end, he goes, "Psych! I'm not even gonna work with you with my demands being met." And then the assistant girl tries to do the same thing, like, "Oh, give me these things," and she's like, "Okay, here, smoke this totally not doped cigarette." Okay, crash.
Yeah, I knew there was something wrong with those cigarettes before she even got in the car.
You see her doctor them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, nope, no smoking.
You see her doctor them, and then you see her swap them out with her cigarette. I mean, it's not exactly subtle.
No, it's not. Which is crazy because, it's so hard to find good help these days.
Well, she wasn't really that good help. She was betraying her boss, Vincent Price.
That's true.
A little weasel.
That's very true. Anything
and that $400 dress was ugly. Remember that weird thing with the weird brocade in the front? I'm like, $400 for that.
Yeah.
Or however many hundreds of dollars. It was expensive.
There's a lot of things and I've been told in the past that I should not be talking about fashion on podcasts, but there are a lot of dresses that I've seen in the fashion world that are for the price that they demand.
Yeah. I mean, the high fashion stuff's just ridiculous.
It's
goofy. And then like that's just I don't understand it, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. If you've got, and going back to what we kind of started with, if you've got the money for that and that makes you happy, I guess that's all that really matters.
Yep.
Fashion designers got to eat too.
Absolutely. Now, I didn't notice this, but Wikipedia has a note at the bottom here about supposedly there is a sly reference to Psycho, in which Miles appeared in when Scott claims to Columbo that she couldn't even hurt a fly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing that because I didn't remember it was Vera Miles was in Psycho until this morning. I looked it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, she did have that line about hurting a fly, which is what Norman says at what Mother says at the very end.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Anything else with this one?
No, this was, I mean, I guess I liked it better than you. It's not a favorite, although it was, it was neat to see all the famous people.
Yeah.
And all the, Columbo was good. He was, I don't know. He was like, it wasn't like in Two in Black where he was kind of a jerk, kind of felt like jerky, but he was a little, and I mean, he's supposed to be persistent, and that's part of his character, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You said earlier that he was trying to ingratiate himself with her, and I don't think he ever really did.
No, but he was trying to. See, he was trying to do, again, this is just my
well, and I don't necessarily disagree with your perception.
Like so the scene at the end when she's doing this exercise, like I've never seen a treadmill like she was walking on, and then he was standing on the other one. At first he was standing on the street or on the sidewalk in the studio there. So he was constantly trying to ingratiate himself to her. At the same time, he was also trying to not necessarily get her to slip up, but trying to see if she would slip up, trying to see if she would make a mistake, and she didn't until the end, obviously.
But she never really made a mistake. It was just that she had poison ivy.
Yeah.
That got her because she touched the slide.
Yeah, she touched the slide. And we often mention, folks, that we record 2 of these at a time, and we are recording season 3, episode 1 here, and then season 3, episode 2 after this. Both of these episodes have criminals hitting people over the head with things. Now, I know in the 70s things were heavier back then. I know things here.
Oh, brother, that microscope.
No. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that at all. I know the microscope was very heavy. I'm not arguing the microscope. What I'm saying is when we get to the next episode, when y'all hear the next episode, I'm going to argue whatever. I think it's a candlestick or something. I swear the next
phone or something.
Okay, whatever. We'll get there when we get there. But like literally the whole. I'll repeat it in the next episode, but I'm going to say here too. The next episode to me, the whole beginning, the murder part, I was like, look, it's this person in the library with the wrench. I was like, this is an episode of Columbo with Clue. Like, I was just waiting for Professor Plum to show up. Oh, God, I don't think Christopher Lloyd ever was on Columbo.
He might have been in the ABC run.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out eventually.
Eventually. All right. 0 to 5 with half points. What are you going to give what the hell is this one called? Crap.
Lovely but Lethal, I believe.
Yes. Lovely but Lethal. What are we giving Lovely but Lethal for you?
I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think it's a fine episode. It's not a favorite, but I didn't have the issues that you did.
Yeah, I am going to give it a 3, which for those, again, just to remind everybody, because it's been a while since we've done the Columbo things for the ratings, 3.5 is good. It's a mixed bag, but the good stuff outweighs the bad. There might be one amazing element or lots of fun moments that make the flaws easier to swallow. They're not deal breakers, but they do hold it back. And for me, 3.0, average. Meh, it's not bad, but it's not amazing either. Nothing really stands out, and it's forgettable. Now, I think we need to, I've said this before, and Steve and I have to do this eventually, I think we need to upgrade some of these descriptions. But for me, like I said at the beginning of the podcast for this episode, I only cared about what Columbo was doing in trying to solve the crime. I didn't care about the crime. I didn't care about the criminal. I like seeing the actors who play the victim and who play the other, the Vincent Price and Martin Sheen. I like seeing them, but that's because I like seeing those actors in something this ancient. It's not that ancient.
Well, I mean, and for Vincent Price, that's probably later in his career.
Oh, yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, absolutely. So 3.5 and a 3 out of 5. Not bad. So that's going to do that. We're going to head to some quick ads. You're going to hear some podcast ads, some other stuff. We're going to come back to close the show right after this.
Oh, but really, Columbo, look, this is one of the biggest businesses in the country. I mean, there are literally thousands of chemists in cosmetics. Now, why you should come here and question me about some unknown, I just don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I gotta pay that. One moment. That's it.
That's what?
Mr. Lang, the phone company tells me that you've only had this number for a few months and that it's a private number.
Well?
Well, I was sort of wondering why this Carl Lessing would have it. You see, my office told me that they found this number scribbled on a small piece of paper in Mr. Lessing's wallet.
Well, why the devil didn't you say that in the first place?
Well, I wanted to make sure first, sir. You see, even the phone company makes mistakes, and inasmuch as this number was the only thing about you that anybody found...
Well, yes, of course. I mean, it just never...
find something there, sir?
Hello, geeks and geekettes! Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks. Every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Are you missing entertainment in your life? Welcome to Captain Ruggles Gaming. Whether it's guides, roleplay content, or our shenanigans with our collaborations with the 20 years standing strong Fart Clan, also known as Fast Action Response Team, or the Wrecking Crew, we have something for everyone. So join us when we traverse the cosmos of space games, survive the undead in zombie games, or just having fun in first-person shooters or random indie games. Visit us now at geekcastradio.com and youtube.com/@Captain Ruggles, or Google search Captain Ruggles Gaming. It's game time, and I'll see you out on the battlefield.
Because the world needs another movie podcast.
The Geekcast Radio Network presents for your listening pleasure the Cinema Geek.
Hosted by Amanda, Kevin, Matt, and Dan.
Each week we dive headfirst in the landscape of movies as we discuss movie news, play movie games,
go in-depth on reviews,
and even have a top 10 countdown or two.
Also, don't miss our director retrospective series where we review noted directors' movies film by film. Bottom line is, if you love movies and love podcasts, you need to experience the Cinema Geeks.
You can find us on iTunes or geekcastradio.com.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting.
Toy hunt by day, punk rock band by night. We'll take any excuse to get in the van.
We all collect different toy lines like those real American heroes.
G.I. Joe! To the toys that are more than meets the eye, Transformers.
To He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
From vintage to modern and all topics in between, you can always expect some rowdy and passionate discussion because we love talking toys here on the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast.
Cheerscast, the podcast where everybody knows your name. Slide up to the bar alongside Ryan Daly and a rotating cast of guest hosts as they celebrate the long-running, award-winning television series, one hilarious episode at a time. New episodes of Cheerscast drop every Thursday, part of the Fire and Water Podcast Network.
Are you in need of what the heck did I just listen to? Are you in need of a laugh at the expense of the internet? Boy, do I have a treat for you. Here at Lyrically Audacious, we turn just about anything into music. Visit us now at youtube.com/@symbol, Lyrically Audacious, all one word. So swing by, have a laugh. Stay lyrical, stay audacious, here at Lyrically Audacious.
What's up, folks? My name is Mike, and I am the host of the Mike Seibert Radio Podcast, your favorite Transformers adjacent podcast, and I've got 60 seconds to tell you all about my show. Good thing I've got a catchy theme song to do most of the work for me.
Mike Seibert Radio, we talk about stuff and things, lots of guests in-depth interviewing. Mike Seibert Radio, it's nobody's favorite show. Movies, comics, video games, and TV.
I also talk about the Transformers the movie about as much as I talk about Boba Fett. My guests are independent artists who tell their stories and give terrific advice about pursuing your creative interests, and I encourage you to do the same thing, even if I can't take my own advice. Brevity is not my first best strength, but you could subscribe to Mike Seibert Radio on most podcast apps so you never miss an episode. Make good choices.
It's time for Mike Seibert Radio.
Imagine a podcast that celebrates the things we love. Why spend time being so angry and cynical about our fandoms? Join me, the irredeemable Shag, for a show where we're just trying to be happy. The Once Upon a Geek podcast. Our discussions focus on a variety of geeky subjects that we're passionate about. While the topics will be ever-changing, our focus will be on science fiction, comic books, what it means to be a geek in this world, and other nostalgia-fueled ideas. Life is short. Focus on the positive. Find your joy. The Once Upon a Geek podcast, part of the Fire and Water Podcast Network.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here. I am a huge Generation 1 Transformers fan and Army combat vet. I also have my own YouTube channel, Patriot Prime Reviews, Facebook page, Patriot Prime Reviews, and Instagram page, also known as Patriot Prime Reviews. On my channel, I like to review Generation 1 Transformers, modern Transformers, the occasional third-party Transformer, and I am proud to announce that I am sponsored by ToyHacks.com, so you can always check my channel out for the newest Toy Hacks decal reviews. Once again, that is Patriot Prime Reviews on YouTube.
We brought the entire convention center to the brink of an inter-genre geek war.
Okay, Michael, if we're going to tackle this podcast thing, we've got to do something really special. It has to be cool, daily, in audio form, and undetectable by radar. Something that screams summer. I know, let's do a Phineas and Ferb review podcast. We'll call it the Podcast Organization Without a Cool Acronym, or POWCA for short. What do you think?
I think if we're not careful, Candace is going to bust us.
You can find POWCA on the Geekcast Radio Network, iTunes, Blog Talk Radio, and all of the other methods you find podcasts.
We'll give you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
On the Simplistic Reviews podcast, we talk movies. We talk TV. We talk...
Hello, Julie, what the heck are you doing?
Trying to make our spots sound more exciting by adding explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got the point across with sound effects, not the real thing.
Download the show on iTunes or at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com.
I'm sure your insurance company will cover that.
No, they won't.
No, they probably won't.
You know, we pay the highest wages in the business, so naturally they come here looking for jobs. Shirley, come in here a minute, will you?
We do know Mr. Lessing was expecting some money, and maybe a lot of money.
Now, don't get ahead of yourself, Lieutenant. I haven't offered anyone a job for months. Oh, Shirley. Look, have a look here, huh? It's not a very good picture, but there was a young fellow in here the other day, maybe once before. I didn't have time to talk to him.
Doesn't look familiar. Lessing?
No, that's the wrong name. But he was about, average height and curly hair. It was something like Johnson Jefferson, maybe.
Oh. Well, you may be right, sir, but you didn't ask me to fill out a card on him or anything like that.
That's all that there was. I'm afraid I didn't hear anything he said, Lieutenant.
I'm very sorry, sir, but you see, I'm so busy, I don't have time to notice everyone who comes into the office.
Why would he change his name?
If he was already working for Vivica. She demands devotion from her handsome young men. Oh, I don't mean it in quite that way, no. Well, protocol, discretion, who knows?
Still can't figure out how we get your private phone number.
Unless he looked at it, Lieutenant, just as you did.
All right, folks, we are back in episode 171. We are 29 episodes away from 200. Holy crap. Any final thoughts from you, sir, on the first episode of season 3 of Columbo?
No, I think I liked it more than you apparently, but I didn't love it. It didn't have the pop that a lot of the best episodes have. Like I said, I mostly remembered. I forgot Vincent Price was in this. I mostly remembered it as the one with Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
This is the episode where I found out that Poison Ivy doesn't grow in Southern California. Those lucky pricks. I got a real bad, I think during my college years, I got a real bad case of Poison Ivy one time.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Yeah, no, I think it's an interesting start to this season for the character. Did we see the car in this episode? I think we saw it once.
Yeah, we might have. It wasn't featured very prominently.
Yeah, it wasn't prominent, but I think we saw it once. No dog, so No No dog. Which I don't know how they would have had the dog in this one, considering how the plot goes. That would be a little too much, so it's probably good that the dog wasn't there. All right, folks, thank you for joining us here inside Studio 2009. If you'd like to get in contact with us, leave feedback for the show, there are several ways to do so. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. You can also check out shop.geekcastradio.com and buy all of our stuff. We have t-shirts up to 4XL. We have mugs and gamer pads and other things. Steve puts all kinds of stuff in the store. You can send email to feedback@geekcastradio.com. Just put in the subject line Studio 2009 Columbo Files or whatever you want to put for whichever episode you're listening to. We are on most of the podcatching clients out there, so check us out on Apple and other things. Follow us on Twitter at Geekcast Radio for the network, at It's Studio 2009 for the show. I am at TF2 and Mike. Dave doesn't do social media.
No.
Become a fan on Facebook at facebook.com/Geekcast Radio Network. You can also check out Studio 2009 podcast over there, as well as the Toy World Order fans group. Join us
What's
next
left
time.
of it?
Oh, stop it. I just saw, okay, again, folks, we're recording this in February. I just saw Mr. Joshua, and I'm doing that on purpose because Lovely But Lethal and Lethal Weapon and Riggs and Murtaugh and all. I just saw him post something in there the other day about something. I forget what it was, but anyway. Join us next time when Dave and I will be discussing Season 3, Episode 2, Any Old Port in a Storm. For now, I am TF2 and Mike with
Dave Draper.
You'll hear us back in the studio soon.
Let me put it this way. If you found a little red jar with an 8-sided bottom, would you get promoted?
Just take it easy, lady. Just take it easy.
Taking it easy. As a matter of fact, I could offer you a drink and help you search if I weren't so furious.
No luck yet, Lieutenant. No luck at all.
Lieutenant, would you please do what you have to do and get out of here? How long is this going to take?
Damnedest case I've ever seen.
Will you answer me? How long is this going to take?
Found the poison ivy.
That's good. Where?
In Lessing's place.
I know at Lessons, but where?
It was in the bottom drawer of a file cabinet. The drawer was locked.
You were nowhere near that drawer.
I know. I never opened the drawer. Still trying to figure out where I got my poison ivy.
Poor thing. Still worried about your itch.
You worried about yours?
No.
Couldn't help noticing, ma'am, the past few days you've been scratching your hand and wearing gloves.
So?
Been out of state recently?
No.
Neither have I.